If you look at a traditional small molecule drug like aspirin, you'll see a simple, highly predictable chemical structure. Biologics, however, are massive, three-dimensional structures folded into incredible complexity. Because of that sheer scale, you cannot synthesize them by mixing a few chemicals in a lab. Instead, we have to use living host cells, relying on them to act as microscopic factories to translate genetic instructions into our target protein. But working with living systems introduces a unique variable: nature itself. Cell health, genetic stability, and the surrounding fluid environment all directly dictate how those proteins fold and assemble. Even microscopic shifts in the culture can physically alter the medicine the cells are producing. That dynamic establishes the core reality of the biotech industry. The manufacturing steps actually dictate the final molecule structure and quality. In biologics, the process is the product. Learning how to tame that biological variability, from the initial cell culture to the final packaged syringe, is exactly what we cover in this 8-module Whitehall Training course. We start our journey with the upstream phase. Everything begins by thawing a single, heavily characterized vial of cells from a master cell bank. From that single vial, we initiate a seed train. The cells are carefully recovered and expanded stepwise across progressively larger vessels, multiplying their numbers to build up the massive volume needed for commercial production. Looking inside one of these production bioreactors, we track critical process parameters to keep our cells healthy and productive. By strictly managing inputs like dissolved oxygen, pH, and temperature, we ensure the microscopic factories have exactly what they need to thrive. Moving this process from a small lab flask to a massive commercial tank is a major engineering hurdle. As the vessel geometry and volume expand, mixing stresses and fluid dynamics change. We have to guarantee that the cells experience the exact same environment at 10,000 liters as they did at 2. Once the cells have produced enough of our target molecule, we hit the harvest phase. Here, we physically strip away the cells and biological debris, yielding a clarified fluid. But an optimal upstream process only leaves us with a highly complex biological soup. The active medicine is in there, but it has to survive a rigorous purification gauntlet before it is safe to use. That brings us to the downstream process. Our goal here is to isolate the target molecule from host cell DNA, rogue proteins, and other process-related impurities. This animated diagram shows our first major step: capture chromatography. By using ligands with extreme selectivity, we can securely snag our target antibody while washing the remaining impurities down the drain. We also employ dedicated viral clearance steps. Here, a virus filter relies on strict pore size ratings to allow the medicine through, while it physically traps and removes dangerous viral contaminants based purely on their larger size. Once purified, the isolated drug substance is surprisingly fragile. It is highly vulnerable to unfolding, aggregation, and chemical degradation. To protect it, formulation scientists introduce specific buffer solutions and excipients. These act as a chemical shield, managing the pH and locking the protein into a stable state for storage and transport. From there, the sterile bulk drug moves into the aseptic fill finish stage, where it is carefully and cleanly dispensed into its final container closure system. We anchor these technical principles to a single running case study, Northlake Biologics Limited. You will apply the course's upstream, downstream, and formulation modules to help Northlake navigate the realistic decisions involved in bringing a new monoclonal antibody to market. This case illustrates that perfect purification means nothing if the final formulation and packaging cannot protect the drug until it reaches the patient's hands. Because biologics are so heavily influenced by their environment, we cannot rely on testing a few vials at the very end of the line to guarantee safety. Instead, we operate under the principle of quality by design. Quality and safety have to be structurally built into our facility layouts, our contamination controls, and our good manufacturing practice frameworks from day one. This dashboard illustrates how we use continuous data monitoring to catch gradual shifts in process parameters before they cause a batch failure. Coupled with rigorous technology transfer protocols, these systems allow us to safely scale and move manufacturing across global sites. Over the next 4 hours of interactive training, you will build a robust, professional vocabulary for end-to-end biotech manufacturing. You'll gain the conceptual bedrock necessary to understand how these medicines are controlled, giving you the context to navigate the modern regulatory landscape and drive operational excellence in your own work. Welcome to Biologies and Biotech Manufacturing Fundamentals. When you're ready, jump right in and begin Module 1.